Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by the one, the only Jaxson Dosh of Davison football. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Before we start, let's start on something good. Congrats on winning the MVP for your division of the SVL. And what was that like knowing that you were going to win it? When did you get that call and stuff?
Uh, I didn't know I was gonna win it, so it was a really good surprise. It was the day before, no, day of an Oxford game. We had a morning lift, and my coach just pulled me aside and was like, "Hey man, congrats! We won the MVP of the SBL," and it really shocked me. I knew I had a good season, but I didn't really expect that. But it was a really good blessing.
Yeah. Now with your first year as the varsity starter, I'm pretty sure you've had some time to reflect back and stuff on that. Like, how do you feel like you did as you came in and as in a pretty impressive line of quarterbacks to go through there and on a lot of really good teams. So how do you feel like you did this season?
I feel like I did pretty good, other than just the first round of playoff exit. But we had a great season. It just didn't turn out the way we wanted it to go.
Yeah. And the thing is, you play in a really, really tough division against a lot of really good teams. What's it good like to go up against a lot of the teams you're very familiar with and really had some solid performances.
There's a lot of teams that have a lot of talent on them, and a lot of people that are going to college. So it's good to play against those guys.
Yeah. So also, I know you've gotten a lot of big accolades and stuff like that, but you've played in some big games. What was your most memorable game that you played in this year?
Um, Probably Granville, week two, first win of the season, and I played pretty good. We scored like 5 minutes left in the game to go up, so that was real nice and got us on the right track.
Yeah. I know obviously this has been talked about quite a bit, but going up against when you played Grand Blanc, going up against a good buddy of yours, Jake Morrow, of course, who was on here a few weeks ago, and of course who just won last night.
Mhm.
What was that like to play against him? And I know that you did not come up the way that you wanted, but it didn't. I should say it didn't come out the way that you wanted. But what was that like to play against him and you two going at it?
It was fun. Me and Jake are real good friends, and shout out to him and his teammates for winning the district finals last night. But no, it was really fun. Me and Jake both played really well, and so we had to put on a good show for the state.
Yeah. Um, what do you feel like you improved in the most this year, Jackson?
Um, Probably toughness, probably, and leadership.
Did you like when you went in as the varsity starter, and in terms of the leadership side, did you like were there times in the year where it was like it just as progressively grows over time, but how have you from that side of things, how do you feel like you've kind of improved in the leadership side of from the start of the season to the end of the year?
Well, I started getting a little bit more confident and everything like that. So that all helps becoming with being a better leader and just showing a good example for my team.
Yeah. I know this is a team that has a lot of talent on it. And this off season is going to be, obviously pivotal heading into, your senior year. What are you going to do during the off season? What's on the docket to get ready over the course of the next few months to get ready for next year?
Add a little bit more muscle, a little bit more weight, probably like 15 more pounds, and then obviously get faster too and stronger arm and work with my receivers.
Yeah. I know I asked you most memorable game, but what was like most memorable moment that you had this year? This could be just a play or something else.
Mm. Um, it's probably like game winner against Granville.
Yeah. Was that what, correct me if I'm wrong, that was that in Davison or was that
Now
actually,
that was at Granville.
so going out to the west side of the state, on a long bus ride and what, how do you get, I don't know if you've ever done that before in your football career, going pretty long distance to play a game, but what was that like for you? How do you handle just being on the bus for a really long time and stuff?
Oh, just gotta stay focused, definitely. You don't want to get too amped up on the bus because then you'll be tired for the game. You just gotta stay calm, cool, collected on the bus. And then even when we got to Granville, that place was packed out, so it was really cool and fun to play in.
Yeah. I know that, let's see, working with some of the receivers, obviously there's going to be a few new faces you're going to throw to. But what was it like working with this group of receivers and really just the whole offense and stuff?
It was really fun, and even during the off season, those guys we hit each other up a lot. Be like, hey, you want to go to the field? And they're always there, so it was really nice, and looking forward to do that with my next crew.
Yeah. Have you thought that by this time next year, obviously you still have the rest of this year to go, but you're going to be a senior next year. Has that thought ever been across your mind?
Yeah, it's definitely weird. It doesn't really feel real, but no, I'm looking forward to it though.
I mean, you're still a junior right now, so
Yeah.
we'll worry about that when that time comes. Basketball season's coming up for you. I know that. What's it like to just how long have you played football and basketball kind of the same time and stuff?
Yeah, I started both of them around like third or fourth grade.
Yeah. What was that like for you just to, play multiple sports and do a lot of these things and all that?
It's really fun, it, it's enjoyable, and I like playing with my friends.
Yeah. So like, let's see. And so really just and then really the last thing, just kind of, you know, when you reflect back on this year, do you after this season, what's it going to be like? Just what's the goals for the next few months and trying to get ready for next year and all that fun stuff? What do you want to accomplish in like the short term?
I just definitely just move on, get better at that, but I'll use that as fuel for next year, definitely.
All right. Well, Jaxson, thank you so much for the time as always, and best of luck this basketball season. And we'll have you on again sometime later in the year.
Thank you.